Welcome back to International Star Media, the gold star standard, at the gold star standard. Reactions, reviews, and news you can use. Once again, I am your host, International Yada, for the record saying the dollars. And check it out. Woman found guilty. Javonna Lewis. Who is Javonna Lewis? Similar to the last story. If you don't know what the last story is about, go check it out. Human trafficking. Don't do it. Man, woman, it doesn't matter. Don't do it. Don't throw your life away thinking you're doing something slick. You're doing something player. Nothing play about that. Leave those minors alone. Leave those children alone. Let's check it out. Here she is. Javonna Lewis. Bear with me for 1 second.
A woman faces a sentence of life in prison without the possibility of parole after she was convicted Tuesday of human trafficking and associated crimes. Kern County jury found Javonna Lewis guilty of human trafficking, forcible human trafficking of a minor, forcible sexual penetration, torture, and pimping of a minor, as well as enhancements for aggravated kidnapping, great bodily injury, and personal use of a deadly weapon, according to the Kern County District Attorney's Office. Lewis brought her underage girlfriend, the victim, to Bakersfield from Fresno to make her work as a prostitute in December 2020. Lewis left one evening to party with friends after 5 nights of forcing the victim to prostitute, the DA's office said in a news release. When Lewis found that the victim slept instead of continuing to prostitute, she beat her outside the Desert Star Motel, then sexually assaulted her. After about 3 hours of abuse, the victim got away and got a ride to a hospital. She had numerous severe injuries and significant blood loss, the DA's news release said. While in jail, Lewis continued to call the victim to persuade her not to testify. Lewis also sexually assaulted a female inmate and threatened her to try to prevent her from testifying.
What?
Whoa, did they say she... Let me see. Yeah, she's SA'd a female inmate and threatened her. This is a diabolical one right here, y'all. She SA'd another female inmate and threatened her to try to prevent her from testifying, according to the DA. Diabolical one right here.
While in jail, Lewis continued to call the victim to persuade her not to testify. Lewis also sexually assaulted a female inmate and threatened her to try to prevent her from testifying, according to the DA's news release.
That's a wild one right there. That's a wild story right there. Let's see what else we got on this. Bear with me for 1 second. Here's the update. The sentencing of Javonna Lewis. And I want to say this. We don't do these stories here at International Star Media, the gold star standard, at the gold star standard. We don't do these stories to drag the people or to put the focus on. We want to put the focus on the person, but not exactly to drag them. Take heed for you to learn. I do this so there can be a learning lesson, so you can learn from these people's mistakes. Don't do it. Dealing with minors is a major problem. Don't do it. Do not do it. They sentenced her. Well, let's check it out. Let's go to the news story and check it out.
A Fresno woman will spend the rest of her life in prison for abusing and trafficking a minor for sex here in Bakersfield.
This is one of the most heinous sex crimes that this court has heard since being on the bench and quite frankly even before that.
Originally, the recommendation.
You heard the judge there. The Kern County jury finding Javonna Lewis, seen here in court today, guilty of pimping a minor, torture, aggravated kidnapping, and other charges. Today, she was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. It started in December 2020 at the Desert Star Motel, a known hub for sex trafficking here in Bakersfield. That is where Lewis forced her 17-year-old girlfriend into prostitution, but when the girl took a nap instead of working, Lewis beat and dragged her into the motel room where, according to prosecutors, Lewis sexually abused and beat the girl for hours. That victim ultimately ultimately escaped and got to the hospital and was then reunited with her family in Fresno.
Wow. All I can say is wow. Diabolical, that story right there. There's a lot. We got a lot more stories like that to come. Got a lot more things dropping on here on the International Star Media, the Gold Star Standard, at the Gold Star Standard. We got some things with travel coming up. I'm a big advocate for travel. The whole team. We over here at International Star Media, we are big advocates for travel. Get out there, see the world, check it out. We'll get to those stories a little later though. International Star Media, the Gold Star Standard, at the Gold Star Standard. Reactions, reviews, and news you can use. Once again, I am your host, International Yada, for the records and the dollars. And we will see you on the next one. Oh yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. And shout out to everybody that already subscribed. And we will see you on the next one.